How do you turn your home into an investment property? Today, you're going to find out exactly how to pull equity out of your existing house and buy an investment property or a second home. Let's get right in. So before we get started, why would you even want to do this? What's a common example that you'd see in this situation? Who does this, Nathan?
Yeah, typically we see mums and dads that have owned their home for anywhere from 2, 3, 4+ years, and you know what? It's time to upgrade. It's getting a bit tired. Yeah, it's getting a bit tired.
Bun in the oven.
They're expecting another kid. They've owned their home for a little bit, and there's equity in there that can be utilized to purchase the next property.
Well, and always the hard thing when you've got an existing home, you want to buy a new one, is juggling, doing that in between. Do you get a bridging loan, which we've got another video on, or do you keep that existing house, you want to keep it, and potentially buy a new investment property? And you know what they say, sort of, the longer you hold the property, it's not timing in the market, but time in the market. So sometimes holding that property a bit longer can make a lot of sense. So Nathan, how do you actually go about doing this? If I've got an existing house, I want to keep that house, turn it into an investment property, and buy a new one, how can I get deposit out of my existing house?
So I guess from the most basic examples is, let's say your property is now worth $500,000 and you only owe $100,000. So you've done really well and you've paid down the loan. Well, there's bucket loads of equity in the property. The equity is the value of the property less any loans owed. So in this example, you've got $400,000 of equity. The banks will allow you to leverage 80% of the property value, which means 80% of 400 means that you've got a remaining equity balance of $300,000 once you've taken your existing loan away. So that cash or equity can be used as leverage to purchase your next property. So it's probably all a bit confusing, Jaden. The most simplest way to understand it is, if you've owned your property, it's increased in value, there may be ways to utilize that so you don't have to put a deposit for your next home.
So yeah, I guess in short, you've got your existing home, you've got an existing loan against it, you can then borrow a chunk of money from your existing house to go towards a new property. What about the situation where my wife or partner might be pregnant? We might be on 2 incomes now, we might be going down to 1 income, and we want to upgrade our home but keep the existing house. What are some things you can do to think about cash flow and planning for that period where she might be off work for 6 months?
So I think an important consideration is, if you are going down to 1 income, is having a buffer, a bit of cash flow behind you where it can cover you in the instance where your wife or partner might be out of work for a period of time. What this means is you can continue to keep your existing property and purchase the next property. Another thing is also preserving cash flow by looking at setting up the loan as potentially interest only on the investment, whereby you can preserve the cash flow and continue to pay down your home.
Yeah, so what Nathan's getting at there is being a bit organized. So it's probably sitting down with your mortgage broker, or if you're really good at spreadsheets, you can crunch the numbers yourself and look at how much money is going to be coming in when you're down to 1 income. And again, you might qualify for the paid parental leave and there might be other income in there, but understanding what your inflow is going to be and also what your costs are going to be. Because although you might go down from 2 incomes to 1, you're going to still have 2 mortgages there. So you're going to still need to pay for that and work out what the difference is going to be. If, for example, your inflows, you're making $2,000 a month, your mortgage is costing you $3,000 a month, it means you're going backwards by about, say, $1,000 a month while your partner's off. And that's fine. You just want to have enough buffer there. So if you're off for 6 months, for example, you want to have at least $6,000 buffer there in your account to make sure that you can manage your payments and everything else, and you can really enjoy your time with the new baby, because you don't want to have to be worrying about your money during that period. So next steps, Nathan, what if I want to upgrade my house and buy a new home? What if I want to upgrade my house and keep it as an investment property? What if I want to upgrade and sell it? What can I do?
I think firstly, understand what your plans are. If you're going to keep or sell or upgrade, downgrade, understand what your plans are. Sit down with a mortgage broker and plan out what it might look like. That way you can start to understand the numbers, work around a new budget with what the expected repayments are.
Yeah, I think the 3 numbers you want to look at there are, is it possible? Is there enough equity in your existing property that you can use as a deposit, or do you have enough cash savings? I think number 2, which is even more important if you're looking at if you're pregnant or if you're going to go down to 2 incomes, is that cash flow thing. So look at your income, look at what it's going to be over the next 12 months and see, can you actually afford it? Although the bank might give you the money, it's a question of, do you want to be really stretched? So just make sure those 2 numbers are really important to understand and get right. And again, like Nathan said, talk to a mortgage broker who understands that, or check out some of the online calculators on our website at huntergalloway.com.au.
So that's it for today, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to hit us up at huntergalloway.com.au.
Or leave a comment below, and if you like the video, press like and subscribe right now.